we can change this spring without taking the shock out. We're going to show you how. We're going to drop the linkage down. So we're going to take one of them out and we'll take the bolt out. You can do this without taking the back wheel off. It's just the back wheel happens to be off. And you have to unbolt the bottom of the shock. And we're going to take the preload off the spring. You got to make sure there's enough room to do this because sometimes there's not. Take the preload off. You have to go up pretty high with the preload. As you can see, we have all the preload off. There's a lot of room. Now we got to push the bottom out bumper out of the way. Take the bottom shock bolt off. Swing the linkage out of the way. After you got the bottom out bumper moved out of the way, you hold the spring all the way up, and you know you've got a lot of play. Then you can reach in here and take the spring retainer out, which is this piece. And now the spring should fall directly out of the bottom of the bike. This bike, you're going to have to lift the swing up a little bit. And there it is. Now we're going to bolt the linkage back on. I'll look up the torque, go get my torque wrench, torque it to spec, and then all we have to do is bring the preload down. We're going to measure the spring, and then we're going to collapse it about 9 millimeters. The linkage bolt is 80 Newton meters. So we're going to set our torque wrench to 80 Newton meters. The shock bolt is 50 Newton meters. Okay, everything is torqued to spec. Now we're going to put some preload on the spring. We're going to turn the preload adjusters down to the spring. Okay, as soon as it hits the spring, that's going to be 0. Now, each turn is roughly 3 millimeters. So I want to put about 9 millimeters of preload. So I'm going to go 3 turns. First, I'm going to get a marker and I'm going to mark that so I know how much to turn it. Now with a paint pen, we're going to make a mark on the preload adjuster so we can watch how many turns we're turning it. There's 1, 2, there's 3 turns. That'll be our starting point. We need the rider so we can set the sag. That's a good starting point. Just got to tighten the lock nut, tighten it down with your hammer and tighten that down. And when we get the back wheel on and we get the rider, they're gonna be out at the track. They can set the sag when it's a girl that's riding it. So we got all her gear on and she could set the sag to the 103 millimeters. She'd be good to go. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us out.